in the woods.
I have a really hard-hitting question that just popped into my head.
Just now?
Yeah, like just now it popped in. All right, so if two interracial berries have another berry, is it a mixed berry?
Pretty sure it has to be. It would have to be.
It'd have to be a mixed berry.
The mosquitoes are out today, man.
So are Christians against mixed berries?
Are they against, like...
Interracial? Yeah, totally. Yeah. My grandma always told me, she was like, stripes with stripes. And I was like, I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
I've never seen a person with stripes, but apparently it had something to do with, like, the zebras. I don't know.
You sure it's not like the Jews when they wore the concentration camp clothing?
Hold on a minute, we'll find out.
Meaning, like, don't mix religions? Like, Jews with Jews?
Interracial.
Because they're dirty?
Interracial dating. And then we're going to put the Bible. Or Bible verse. Because I want to know.
I don't think you're going to find anything.
I know, but... Hold on. What does the Bible say about interracial dating?
Let's see.
An important verse about understanding interracial marriage is 2 Corinthians 6:14. Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers.
That has nothing to do with race, though.
Nope, it has everything to do with yoke.
No, it's got to do with religion. Like I said, like Jews with Jews, Methodists with Methodists,
So,
Catholics with little boys.
what I'm getting out of this is if I like scrambled eggs and you like boiled eggs,
We can't be together.
we can't be together, dude. We can't be friends.
This podcast goes against God's word.
Yeah, this is
That's what happened.
this is the best intro we've ever had.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to see if I can find
Hard-hitting questions straight out of the gate. It's who I am as a person. And I want to bring it to you directly, the viewer.
Oh, so yeah, this episode is sponsored by interracial dating.
Oh, I love it when two people from different races get together and make a bunch of babies.
Yeah.
Nothing makes me happier.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, genocide. But that's a story for another day. I think it's kind of funny procreating and then I go to genocide.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, and we are discontinuing one of our segments.
Yeah.
It was Seth's idea to discontinue it.
Well, Matt Lauer leads a very boring life.
Yeah, apparently he just like
Goes to court.
that's all he does anymore.
Like, that's...
So we don't have a replacement for it this episode.
Nope.
But we will have one.
We have more jokes.
We do have jokes.
We
We both wrote jokes.
Yeah.
And then maybe if we get real bored, we're gonna look up like old-fashioned racial slurs.
Yeah, for the people at home.
Oh man, well
We are in Tennessee, right?
yeah, we are in Tennessee.
We are in the birthplace of racial slurs.
Country music.
Oh, same thing. No.
I'm glad you got the joke. Country music. But there's some good country out there.
Yeah, it's just not America.
No, for real though. I mean, there's some good country artists.
There is. I mean, you got
You got some real shitty ones that you got to pick your way through to get them. But
got some Johnny Cash. Merle Haggard's really good.
oh, you're going old school.
Fucking Hank Williams Jr., Hank Williams Sr., Hank
Yeah.
Williams III. I feel like the Williams guys really know how to throw down.
Hank Williams III, doesn't he do like a bunch of punk rock too?
He does
Or like hard rock kind of
everything.
stuff? I was gonna say he does a little bit of everything.
He's kick-ass.
He'll do like an hour set of like country music, and then he'll do like an hour set of like punk rock.
And he likes to drink during his set,
Oh,
which I always find
that's
fun.
That's in their genes.
I know.
They just like to drink.
Fucking Ron White doing stand-up drunk, that blows my mind every time I see it. Every time I watch that guy, I'm just like, Eventually, this is going to slip up and fuck up a punchline. But he never fucks up a punchline.
He never
ever.
does. It's weird.
That's what happens. Maybe if you drink so much, you just get used to being that way.
You know who the best country music artist is?
David Allan Coe. No, I'm just kidding. Who?
No.
G.G. Allen.
G.G. Allen.
I fucking love this song.
Let's see.
What is it called again?
Well, this one's called Outskirts of Life. Ooh, maybe inappropriate
What is the
for
one
some
where he's
users.
like, laying in the fucking alley, you know?
I don't know how well this is picking up, but good old G.G. Allen. Now, for those of you that don't know who G.G. Allen is,
Sorry.
holy shit.
You've missed out.
He wanted to lead a revolution
He wrote a manifesto.
while he was in prison.
Did you read that manifesto? It's pretty crazy.
I have not read it.
It's pretty interesting stuff. I don't know, you know?
I mean,
Let's see. I'll pick her up. I want to read the G.G. Allen manifesto to my good pal Jordan on my favorite program.
you reading the whole thing?
Yeah, why not? It's really short.
How long is it?
About as long as a punk rock song.
It's about a minute.
yeah. So, yeah, this is as follows. If you believe in the real underground of rock and roll, then now is the time to do something about it.
All right.
The time is now to overthrow the current situations and declare war on the record companies, radio stations, publications, clubs, and anyone who promotes this whole so-called scene as it now stands. We need to destroy it all, take it back from the corporate phonies and conformists.
Hell yeah.
But action must be taken now and blood must be spilled. Of course. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a lot longer, but I just don't really feel like.
Yeah, so
I just don't.
a little bit of background about G.G. Allen, since we're talking about, that's what this episode's going to be about, just crazy people throughout history.
Yeah.
And we're just going to give our opinions on them. G.G. Allen was an American punk rock singer, famous during the late 80s and early 90s. So his dad was like a real like religious fanatic. So he told his wife that he had a vision that God came to him and that he needed to name his son Jesus Christ. So G.G. Allen was born Jesus Christ Allen. And so what he was known for was, let's see. What he was known for was getting on stage. Well, he would actually take laxatives before every show. Then he would get on stage, just shit everywhere. He would then pick it up and eat it, rub it on himself, and throw it at the audience. And then he would like cut himself, beat himself in the face with the microphone. He would get naked. He would fight with people in the crowd. Yeah. So he was like, he lived a more metal lifestyle than punk rock. Because that's metal as fuck.
I know what the people at home are thinking right now that are watching
That
this.
this guy's not real.
Man, this guy's a genius. And you're right, he's a real American hero.
Yeah, he, yeah, so, let's see. Allen first defecated on stage in 1985 at a show in Peoria, Illinois. According to fellow performer Bloody Mess, I was with him when he bought the X-Lax. Unfortunately, he ate it hours before the show. So he constantly had to hold it in or he would have shit before he got on stage. After he shit on stage, complete chaos broke out in the hall. All of the old men in charge of the hall went fucking nuts. Hundreds of confused punk kids were flipping out, running out the door because the smell was incredible. Defecation became a regular part of his stage act. Yeah, like...
It just sounds like a train wreck to me from beginning to finish. I don't know how he survived so long.
Yes, like... He also made the statement that Halloween 1991 he was going to commit suicide on stage. He was going to kill himself on stage. That didn't happen because he was in jail. Because one of the fans that he like fought with at a show like took him to court.
Wow.
That's almost as bad as when Creed did a concert and they were really drunk, and so the concert sucked, and like 10 people in the crowd like sued them.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they fucking won.
The crowd did?
The crowd fucking won.
Hell yeah.
That's why you didn't hear anything from Creed after like 2004.
Scott Stapp started doing interviews again.
Did he?
Yeah.
He released a solo album.
He's a weird guy.
He's very odd. Not as odd as G.V. Allen, though.
Did you see their over-the-top performance at the NFL with, like, the trapeze artists while they were singing, "You take me higher"?
No, I did not.
Oh, my God, it was impressive.
But there is one Creed song that I do like.
What is it?
Bullet.
I haven't heard that one.
Look at me! Look at me! Look at me when you shoot a bullet through my head! You haven't heard that one?
No, I haven't heard that one.
Oh, man. Dude, I heard that when I was like 8 years old, and I was like, this is fucking awesome!
Man, this is so sick.
Yeah, like I was 8 years old. That was that was like the heaviest thing I had heard at that time. And I mean, it's pretty heavy for Creed.
Creed is honestly underrated to me.
You think so?
I do think so. Sometimes I get really drunk and I'll just shout Creed lyrics.
Just higher.
My favorite, that's my favorite Creed song, I'm pretty
Higher.
sure. No, wait. The one where they're
with arms wide open.
Oh man, what is it? The one where they're like in the city and the city's flooded and he's like rowing the boat for Jesus or whatever.
Is that what he says?
No,
rowing the boat for Jesus.
no, but you know, they're a Christian band, so.
Were they really Christian?
Why else would that symbolism be there? He claims to be.
Yeah, but were they a Christian?
There are a lot of people out there that claim to be Christians, and then they're like, the Bible's just there for reference. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
That's growing in number lately.
Yeah, so...
That's growing.
Yeah, they're not listed as Christian. It's post-grunge, hard rock, and alternative metal.
Really?
Not, yeah. I mean, he identifies as a Christian, and so it had, like, Christian undertones.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, by the way.
Creed is the 9th best-selling artist of the 2000s.
Take that, Three Doors Down.
28 million records alone in the United States. 53 million worldwide. That's not bad.
I really can't remember.
Let me see.
Hello, my friend, we meet again.
So the top 20...
That one.
Oh, My Sacrifice.
My Sacrifice.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, the top 20 album sellers of the 2000s. Actually, yeah, let's look at that. Let's see what's going on with that. We'll start with number 20, obviously.
Yeah, boy.
Number 20, Celine Dion.
What?
Let's see.
I guess that makes sense.
All the Way, A Decade of Song is her best seller in the decade. It's a greatest hits album. Sold 4,971,000 copies.
Damn, a greatest hits album did that?
Yeah. Number 19 is Kid Rock. His 2001 album Cocky is his bestseller of the decade. It sold over 5 million copies. Number 18 is Johnny Cash.
That's sick.
Let's see. His best-selling album of the 2000s was 16 Greatest Hits, so another Greatest Hits album. Number 17 is the Dixie Chicks.
Girl had to die.
Their album Home is the best-selling album of that decade. Number 16 is NSYNC. No Strings Attached is their best-selling one, of course.
Isn't that the only one they had?
I had that album.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
So did my sister.
Fun fact about NSYNC, I saw them live when they played at FunFest in like the year 2000.
Were you hype?
I was like 5.
Were you hype?
For a 5-year-old, yeah. I went with my cousins.
Were you pumped though? Like for real?
Yeah, I mean, I was excited.
Like,
I mean, I didn't have
yeah.
I didn't have a concept of like good or bad music.
Well, the thing
At
is,
that time, like I just knew that music existed.
going to an NSYNC show would be dope.
You think so?
These days, yeah, totally.
These days?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Well, not only do they have like people our age that grew up listening to them, it's going to be like Disney on Ice for people. What did they bring back? But it was for like grown-ups this time. Can't remember.
Rugrats.
Something on Ice.
All grown up.
Well, no, they brought something back on Ice. I know that. And no, they brought the Wiggles back. That's what happened. They brought the Wiggles back, but they were only doing adult shows. And people would show up to the Wiggles shows and just get real fucked up and listen to the Wiggles. I feel
What?
like, yeah, swear to God.
That's not real.
Look it up, bro.
Now, let me finish this.
We gotta do...
Number 15 is Alan Jackson.
Oh my God.
Let's see. His 2002 album Drive is the best-selling. Number 14 is Metallica. Their 1991 album Metallica is the best-selling. Number 13, Rascal Flatts.
Life is a highway.
Feels Like Today is their best-selling album. Number 12, Josh Groban.
Who? No.
His 2003 album Closer.
Remember when
best-selling.
On Degrassi.
He was on The Office too.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was Andy's brother.
I forgot about that.
Number 11, Nickelback. All right, so people give Nickelback shit, but they had that one good album. Probably the best. Yeah, All the Right Reasons.
I like Nickelback.
That is a really good album, actually. I jam out to that still.
I'm old enough to admit that I like Nickelback.
Animals is an amazing song.
That drummer's just so upset. He's an animal.
I know, man.
He's going bananas.
Number 10, Jay-Z. The Black Album's best one. Number 9 is Creed. Just said that. Human Clay is their best-selling album. Number 8 is Linkin Park. Hybrid Theory is their best-selling album.
That's a good one.
Number 7 is Nelly. We were singing Nelly while we were setting up for the podcast today.
We gonna get it poppin'.
That's a sign, man.
The DJ playing that song now. What you gonna do?
So, Country Grammar is his best-selling album. Number 6, Kenny Chesney. When the Sun Goes Down is his best-selling album.
Best song.
Number 5, Britney Spears. Oops, I Did It Again. It's her best-selling album. Number 4 is Toby Keith. His 2003 album Shockin' Y'all is his bestseller.
I love some Toby Keith.
Instead of Shockin' Awe, it's Shockin' Y'all. I thought that was kind of clever. Number 3 is Tim McGraw. His is a greatest hits compilation, best-selling too.
Man.
Number 2 is the Beatles. Another compilation album, One. And number 1, Eminem.
No shit.
Yep. Total record sales in the U.S. alone is 31,127,000.
I bet he was so happy during that time in his life.
Yeah, his 2000 album, Marshall Mathers LP, is the bestseller. Currently sold over 10 million copies, which means it is a diamond album. Once it hits 10 million, they consider it diamond, because a million's platinum, and then you go like double platinum, triple platinum, quadruple platinum. Once you hit 10 million, you're considered diamond. And honestly, mosquito got in the frame for a minute. There are not, I think I looked it up the other day, there are 92 diamond albums.
Eminem. You know, the Slim Shady LP is always going to be my favorite one.
Yeah, it's
honestly.
everybody's favorite.
Guilty Conscience. I Just Don't Give a Fuck. Still Don't Give a Fuck. The Real Slim Shady. Oh wait, no, My Name Is on that one.
Alright, so these are all of the albums that have been certified diamond. The Eminem Show by Eminem. Back in Black by AC/DC. The Wall by Pink Floyd. Hotel California by the Eagles. Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses. Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. All Eyes on Me by Tupac. Bad Outta Hell by Meatloaf. Let's Talk About Love by Celine Dion. Come On Over by Shania Twain. Falling Into You by Celine Dion. The Joshua Tree by U2. Jagged Little Pill by Alanis Morissette. Speaker Box / The Love Below by Outkast. The Woman in Me by Shania Twain. Metallica by Metallica. Led Zeppelin 2 by Led Zeppelin. Pyromania by Def Leppard. 1962 to 1966 Greatest Hits by the Beatles. The Bodyguard official soundtrack.
What? How did that make it in?
Life After Death by Notorious B.I.G. Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen. Physical Graffiti by Led Zeppelin. Eliminator by ZZ Top. No Fences by Garth Brooks. Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em by MC Hammer.
Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em.
Like a Virgin by Madonna. 1967 to 1970 Greatest Hits by the Beatles. Tragic Kingdom by No Doubt. Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness by Smashing Pumpkins. Van Halen by Van Halen. Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears. Come Away With Me by Norah Jones. Devil Without a Cause by Kid Rock. Slippery When Wet by Bon Jovi. Rope in the Wind by Garth Brooks. No Strings Attached by my boys NSYNC. The Hits by Garth Brooks. MTV Unplugged by Eric Clapton. Licensed to Ill by the Beastie Boys. Dookie by Green Day. Cracked Rear View, Hootie and the Blowfish. No Jacket Required by Phil Collins. Supernatural by Santana. Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park. Houses of the Holy by Led Zeppelin. Confessions by Usher. Crazy, Sexy, Cool by TLC. Can't Slow Down by Lionel Richie. Elvis's 1957 Christmas album. And Fearless by Taylor Swift.
Fearless.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
With all that mediocrity on there, I feel like we could do it.
I feel like we could. Who was mediocre? Who do you feel like was mediocre? This has become the music episode. Apparently.
Taylor Swift.
Have you heard her new song?
Let's see here.
The Archer?
No.
It's actually really good. It sounds like Cyndi Lauper.
Let's see. And for some reason, Celine Dion's on here. I know, I'm never going to understand that.
Hey man, she did the Titanic theme song. That's enough for everyone to be in love with her.
I'm sorry, but I'm always going to have a strong hatred towards the Eagles.
Why do you hate the Eagles?
Just don't like them.
Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind. You don't like the Eagles, man?
Yeah, no.
Dude. You don't like Take It Easy? They didn't write that, by the way. Jackson Brown wrote that.
Oh, yeah, because I heard the original song.
Yeah, he does it better, honestly.
He does.
But yeah, what's wrong with the Eagles though? I mean, Don Henley's an asshole, but Glenn Fry was cool.
Glenn Fry, yeah. What did he do?
He played guitar and sang for him.
Okay.
He was a rhythm guitarist. Because the most famous guitarist with him was Joe Walsh.
Well, I like the instruments. I really do.
You don't like the singing?
I don't like Don Henley's voice.
Why?
I just don't. I think it sucks.
Fucking cicadas are at it again. So sorry, guys.
But I did like I like Joe Walsh a lot.
Joe Walsh is good, man.
I like his solo stuff a lot. A lot of his
a lot of his solo stuff is really good.
Life's been good to me so far.
Yeah. Who else is mediocre?
Britney Spears. She just shits music out. Fuck. Let's see.
Unpopular opinion. I think U2 sucks.
U2 does suck. Thank you.
I know that's not a very popular opinion. I know everybody sucks their dicks all the time.
U2 sucks.
Dude, they are terrible.
All their songs are the same.
They all sound exactly the same.
What's to love?
The best examples are Pride in the Name of Love, I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, and Where the Streets Have No Name. All three of those songs start out the exact same.
And they also have the same.
Yeah, just droning fucking lyrics.
I haven't
God.
heard that much drone since In Bloom.
That's another unpopular opinion. I'm not a big fan of Nirvana.
Yeah, he
either.
hates Nirvana.
I'm not a big fan of Nirvana.
I love Nirvana. See, that's another. See, there's one.
I think what my problem with Nirvana is that, I don't know, he was like, I want to be famous. And he was like, I don't want to be famous.
Then he freaked out because he got famous and killed himself.
Yeah, he didn't kill himself. Even though I'm not a fan, I don't buy into that. I think Courtney Love either hired somebody to kill him or killed him herself. So there's a conspiracy theory for you guys.
No, he's the personification of what culture was at that time, though.
Yeah.
Literally, if you could.
I hate myself.
Yeah, pretty much. And then I'm gonna go do a bunch of drugs.
Yeah.
You know.
Dude, you got depression. You should do cocaine about it.
You know what I like to do for depression?
Oppression.
Yeah, I like to oppress people. I like to oppress people. I'm like Hitler, but without the racism.
Yeah, he just does it to anybody.
Everybody sucks.
Yeah.
You're all getting it. You're all on the shit list.
Yeah, we don't discriminate.
Yeah, I wipe my ass the same as you.
No.
What, do you go front to back or something?
Front to back.
Yeah.
That's the way you're supposed to do it.
I go back to front.
Oh, hell yeah.
I like to feel it split.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like to just bring it back to front, wipe it all over my balls, and just
drag it across the toilet seat so people know I've been there.
Yeah, that's how we mark our territory.
We're
right?
men. Well, we got that on camera. We're never going to be able to take that back.
Oh well.
It's almost like now we're going to have to start doing that.
We don't have to.
Oh, we do.
All right, let's see. I'm a fucking idiot.
That's all right.
Did you see what I did?
July 14th. You just
I
Googled
didn't type in Florida man, dude.
I love how July 14th is a Wikipedia page, though.
Oh, dude, you can search any date in Wikipedia and it will bring shit up.
It's
oh my God, I did it Jesus. All right.
July 21st
man.
is the date of the year.
I said Florida man. I forgot the A. All right, so now we've got the segment of Florida man. So let's see what Florida man's been up to. July 21st, Florida man shot and killed over parking space. Let's see here. Police say a Florida man was shot and killed over a parking space. Brittany Jacobs says that Michael Dreckia confronted her after she parked in a handicap parking spot outside a convenience store in Clearwater. Surveillance video shows Jacob's boyfriend. The fuck is happening? Oh, it's an ad. Alright, well, I'm just gonna turn the volume down, man. We're done listening to G.G. Allen, so no need to have the volume up. Yeah, so surveillance video shows Jacob's boyfriend, Marquise McGlockton. What a cool fucking name.
He shot a guy.
He leaves the store to defend Jacobs. He shoved Drekia on the ground. Drekia then pulls out a gun and shoots McGlockton in the chest. McGlockton died.
McGlockton got glocked.
Dude, I was expecting it to be the other way around.
Me too, honestly.
Especially with that name, dude. You gotta know how to fight. What a pussy. You let us all down.
I'm gonna laugh. Like one of his cousins roaming through the internet.
Somehow finds this.
Yeah.
Those assholes!
Yeah, we're two guys nobody knows or cares about.
If I end up dead, you guys know what happened.
He pissed a Florida man off.
The father of 3 died a short time later. What the fuck? The sheriff's department is not pressing charges against Drekia because of Florida's stand your ground law.
Sweet. We should go to Florida, start some shit.
Dude, you know what that tells me?
That we can do that.
That the coolest sport in Florida is hunting people.
Oh,
because you can get away with it if you can prove, oh, I was just standing my ground.
And that's why it's the most
I
dangerous
was standing my ground.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that book? Did you have to read that in school?
What book?
The most dangerous game ever played, where this guy took all these people to an island and he like hunted them.
No.
For sport.
No, but that sounds fucking awesome.
I thought it was pretty dope.
Was it good?
Oh god, they need to make a movie out of it.
Like, is it an older book?
Yeah.
How old? Like,
I don't know, but I do know that they need to make a movie out of that shit.
and it's called the.
Most dangerous game ever played.
I'm gonna have to check it out. Let's see.
Guarantee you can find a PDF on there when you're bored enough.
Yeah. July 22nd, Florida man was high. Oh god. Okay. Florida man was high on erotic-themed nitrous oxide when he killed a lawyer.
I love the headline, man. It's my favorite headline.
What the fuck? Alright.
How is it erotically themed, nitrous oxide?
So, a Florida man was jailed Wednesday afternoon after investigators say he killed a lawyer while high on adult-themed nitrous oxide.
What does that mean?
Joseph Franco, accused of killing Amir Pelig and injuring his wife and 2 young daughters, was charged with DUI manslaughter after Miami-Dade prosecutors determined he was under the influence of nitrous oxide when he ran over the family on a sidewalk. Investigators say Franco allegedly inhaled nitrous oxide, also known as whippets.
He did a whippet.
Before hitting the family.
Why would you do a whippet and then drive?
Whip it good, man.
Yeah, whip the family.
Police found 12. Police found 12 used and 9 unused canisters of the adult-themed substance in his bag labeled XXX Platinum Triple Refined Cream Chargers. Which is apparently used to make whipped cream. I don't get how it's adult-themed.
Because it had the X's on it. But I have a question for you, Jordan. Wait, is it over?
Police say they saw Franco step out of his car after swerving into the family. He was allegedly on the phone before dumping a duffel bag in a nearby garbage can. XXX Platinum Triple Refined Cream Chargers. Now,
we've talked a lot about the things we've done on this show, so I feel like I can ask you. You ever done a whippet?
I have not. Funny story I have about whippets, actually. So my cousin, this is the one time I'm not going to use somebody's name because I'm directly related to him. One of my cousins got real bad into drugs when we were like seniors in high school.
Yeah. And
I remember I was living with my parents at the time, and both my parents were at work. And I was at home. It was during the summer before senior year. I was at home I forget what I was doing, but I heard something outside. I kept hearing like a psh, psh, and I was like, what the fuck is that? I walk outside, and the way my house is, you open the door to the back porch, and there's like chairs to the right. So I kind of have to like open the door and like look behind the door kind of to see the chairs. And my cousin is sitting there with fucking air duster, and he's just like, and he's doing this. He's like, and I'm like, oh God.
Seems about right.
I was like, and I didn't realize what he was doing at first, because I just saw him like rock, and I just kept hearing the sound, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? And so I was finally like, hey, 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 and he didn't do anything. He looked up at me and went, and then started rocking back and forth. And I was like, hey man, because he lived at the house right beside me. I was like, hey man, go to your house and do that. I don't want any part of that. I was like, you're going to pass out on my porch, and I don't want to pick you up.
You should have been
because you were like 3 times my size.
You should have been like, you should have really tried to disorient this guy. You had the perfect opportunity. You could have been like, go back to my house, man. You're at your house.
Dude, what are you doing?
Why are you here? I live here now.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
July 23rd.
Oh!
Florida man. All right, let's see.
Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
All right. Florida man bites his brother's penis off after he walks in on his brother having sex with his cousin on his favorite Dragon Ball Z blanket.
Absolutely not. Not tolerated. Especially in Florida.
Woo.
This guy looks like he'd bite your dick off.
Oh, man.
Wish there was an article.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's not
it was just a picture.
It's like a clipping, but yeah, there's no article for it, but that is amazing. July 24th, brave Florida man serves
What kind of world do we live in?
Brave Florida man serves up hot dog lunch for alligators straight from his mouth.
I wish I could make it up. But, you know.
Michael Womer has no fear and loves gators so much that he decided to feed one of them from his own mouth.
Nice.
The dangerous stunt was caught on camera at a conservation center in Florida. I thought it said conservative center. I was like, is that what they're into now?
Makes sense.
The conservatives are all about, well, I mean, they got tired of handling snakes.
They're all about natural selection.
No, they got tired of handling snakes.
Oh, we both.
We need something bigger.
We need another reptile.
We gotta test our faith to the absolute limit.
I'm scared. Can we go home, Mom? I'm just gonna sit in the van.
Well, now, Bobby, after you let that snake bite you, we can go home. That's God's love coursing through your bloodstream, boy.
Mom, it feels like venom.
Well,
it burns.
That's just another lie that they have told you in school, son.
I fucking hate school. You're right, Mom. So dumb. Oh. It's almost like God put those people here for us to laugh at.
Do you hear that, congregation? My Bobby over here is reciting Bible verses in tongues.
You're yelling really loud. No.
You were going, he's speaking in tongues.
It's almost...
Oh, man.
It's a message for the Lord. Hold on, I'll do my best black preacher.
All right.
I tell you, some sunny day, the Lord will come down. See? Isn't it good? It's really convincing if it were dark.
I thought you were trying to sing at first.
No. I should have waved my finger around. I forgot to do that part.
Yeah, that's the best part. Oh!
Not today.
And they Jesus.
Exactly. Exactly.
You ever been to a black church?
I have. It's fun.
It is fun, honestly.
It's like, why not go there?
Like,
They dance.
yeah, if you guys have never been to a black church, go.
Go. I don't care what you believe.
Yeah, even if you don't believe it, you will have an awesome time.
You're gonna fucking be happy. That's for sure.
Yeah, like,
Which is the whole point anyway.
it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That was a good laugh.
It was fun. It was fun.
That was really good, Seth.
Thank you very much. Been working on that for a while.
Let's see. July 25th. Okay. Florida man runs up to Charlotte County Sheriff's deputies and gotta wait for it to load real quick. I apologize.
Hang in there for a moment.
Yeah, technical difficulties. Here it is. Florida man runs off to drink beer after mooning deputies. Hell yeah.
What a good man.
Hell yeah, Florida man.
Hell yeah, Florida man.
Hey, Florida man, come over here and sit on my lap real quick. Let me tell you a story. I remember when people first started talking about you. And I said, there's no way that there's one man that is this crazy.
Turns out we were both wrong. Turns out.
Let's see. A 43-year-old man was arrested for dropping his pants in front of deputies, then running off to drink a beer.
Oh, it's on video.
Is it the actual video? Oh shit, he's naked. Yep, it is the actual video.
He has a bucket too.
He's got a bucket covering him.
What are we gonna do with that bucket? What
That
the
guy's
fuck
got
is
a
going on?
hammer.
Are they gonna fight?
That guy's just got his pants hanging down real low.
Okay, that guy. What the fuck is going on?
Oh,
here?
no. It's a compilation video.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, like, this is like 8 different places.
At the same time.
Oh, okay.
How is this gonna work?
Let's see. Also happened on that day. Florida man wins $2,500 a week for life from a lottery game.
For life?
You never have to work again, dude.
For life?
For life. $2,500 a week. Just because.
I don't think you should be giving that much money away. We don't have enough gold or silver to back that.
Dude, you never have to work again. Fuck the gold or silver.
We don't have enough.
I want the money.
We don't have enough gold or silver to back it.
Dude, you don't make money out of gold and silver.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Okay. Obviously, the
Federal Reserve.
No. I almost said the cure, but what I meant was the solution to our money problems is fucking print more money.
Yeah, duh. Just print more
I
money.
mean, come on, that solves everything.
It should.
Like, look. My coffee's low. What do?
Get more coffee.
I get more coffee. Now look. Now what does that mean? Now I have more coffee, and my problem of not having enough coffee is solved.
It's like me with whiskey.
You always need whiskey. You
And
gotta get
coffee.
more whiskey so you can have more whiskey for the whiskey.
I'm gonna drink whiskey tonight, I think.
Apparently I am too.
That's the theme.
That and spiced rum.
He's crazy.
Yummy.
I don't know what the fuck. Your stomach's gonna hurt.
Spiced whiskey. Yummy. My stomach's gonna hurt. I'm probably gonna have to get my stomach pumped if I did that.
Ow.
Yeah, buddy.
I had a girlfriend that had to get her stomach pumped once. She's really proud of it.
Did you see it happen?
I didn't get to.
Oh, okay.
I wish I would have.
I
That's a
don't know,
great
man.
bonding experience, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you have to feel close after that.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna force feed you this charcoal, and you're gonna vomit. And
Good times, man.
you're gonna vomit a lot.
Yeah, nothing that I love more than vomiting.
I've had to hold a girl's hair for her while she vomited. She wasn't even with me either. She was just like, hold my hair.
Yeah, so first time me and Stephanie like really hung out, before we even started dating, we got drunk and she started throwing up, and I held her hair back, and she threw up on my hand.
Hey,
I mean, that was like 5 years ago. I've washed it plenty of times, and like, even if I hadn't, like after 5 years, it would have been gone.
I had someone's vomit on my hand. Do you remember that?
Yes, at work.
And then you said, I'm going to tell you something funny. Remember that time we were sitting there in the parking lot and you were like, oh, there's your girlfriend, Seth?
Yeah.
She totally heard that.
Why did she tell you?
No, because she's like super weird now. And I didn't even like her.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
I thought it was funny.
Well, yeah, that's why I did it. I do it for the lulz.
Me too.
I do it for the lulz.
I thought it was so funny because I remember I like said, hey, how are you? And she was like, good.
It's either for the lulz or for the vine.
Vine's incredibly underrated now. We need to bring it back.
They're doing it was a while back, but they tried to do like a Vine 2. Did you not hear about that? Hold on. It was a while back.
Do you remember when they tried to bring MySpace back?
Did they try to bring MySpace back?
Yeah, man. They even had like commercials and stuff. Like Outkast did a commercial.
Oh, okay, never mind. They're saying it's not happening now. But yeah, at one time they were trying to do a Vine 2.
So, do you want to start it off or?
Yeah, we got some jokes.
Thank God. We didn't forget.
Yeah, we didn't forget. We can just read our own jokes. I don't have as many as Seth does, but you can go ahead and do yours first since you got more.
Okay.
We can go back and forth until I run out, I guess.
Yeah. Excuse me.
All right.
Waffle House is IHOP with a slutty attitude. They'll do it right in front of you. I hope someone is keeping Dale Earnhardt away from my walls.
Everyone acts like Old Town Road is the greatest country rap crossover, like Cowboy Troy didn't even exist.
May he rest in peace.
He didn't die. Why do you say that every time? He's not dead. He just hasn't done anything.
I'm talking about...
Who? Lil Nas X?
Talking about his career.
Lil ex-Nazi, as I like to call him. That's what I like to call him.
This is my favorite one. It's very short. It's, you can only measure things for so long.
I just got it. You can only measure things so long. That's true.
All right. He said that's true.
There's multi-levels to that joke. I never can perfect that smoky flavor when I'm grilling, so my next attempt will be flicking the ashes from my cigarette directly onto the food.
I can just picture you doing it, like
just standing over there. All right. This steak is gonna be so good.
You're just flicking it off.
I would smoke a cigar for that. Get that extra smoky flavor.
Yeah, from Colombia.
Get that robust, full flavor.
Where is
Colombia?
Colombia, yeah.
Cuba.
Cuban
actually.
cigar.
Yeah, Colombia's cocaine.
This is actually a question I've had all my life. This next one. If the fire department catches on fire, who do they call? You know, like...
I mean, fair point. Drink apple juice because OJ will kill you.
He will stab you and your wife.
If the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
You must have quit. I told Jesus to take the wheel once. That was the first car accident I'd ever been in.
Speaking of car accidents, I've never seen anyone with a Virginia license plate and thought, wow, that person really knows how to drive.
I sympathize with that on a level that I can't even express with you.
Do you have Virginia plates?
No.
You're on the Tennessee side?
Yeah.
You're very close to the Virginia line.
I know.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. They try to run me over and all kinds of crazy stuff.
All the time, man.
Why rent to own when you can own to rent? My landlord would agree.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I find it odd that people who have the coexist bumper stickers are the ones who no one wants to ever coexist with.
Yeah, I've noticed this. Have you seen the ones that say idiot, but they're like,
Yeah,
I love those. Those
it's,
are my...
it's made with the religious symbols like the coexist.
Yeah, that idiot. People are so sensitive these days that they're committing suicide. First generation ever. I don't get it.
This is my last one because I didn't come up with as many as Seth did. I'm surprised that Catholics still worship Jesus. Wasn't that guy in his 30s?
Vincent van Gogh cut his ear off for love. Those who saw his wife are confused as to why he didn't gouge his eyes out first.
Oh, oof.
Two more.
Two more.
God is the CEO of heaven.
That one's my favorite.
I feel more guilty when I go to church than when I watch porn. Part of the reason my pew was always so sticky.
Good.
Semen joke.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Seamen. Those silly pirates.
I know, I just picture a bunch of guys in sailor hats.
For some reason, like, not even that. I picture, like, people in a submarine.
Yeah.
Like, Captain, what's his name? Captain Nemo from, what is it, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? Or what? Moby Dick. That's
Captain Murphy from Sea Lab.
Yeah. What was it? It was Moby Dick, right?
Yeah.
Captain Nemo?
Captain, no, that's, yeah, no, Captain.
It was Nemo, wasn't it?
I thought it was Captain Ahab in Moby Dick.
Captain Ahab.
Captain Ahab.
I'm pretty sure that's just a racial slur.
You laughed at him. No, I'm serious. Captain Ahab. Look it up.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
That's it.
Let's see. Moby Dick or The Whale. Oh shit, yeah, it is Captain Ahab. Damn.
Mastodon had a song called I Am Ahab. That's the only reason I remember.
Who's Captain Nemo?
Look him up. Because I have no clue. But I want to know.
Does it sound familiar to you though?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Captain Nemo.
Captain
Ooh, squirrel. We're going to go.
Nemo.
Cute little guy.
Yeah, he's the one from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Okay, so I knew he was real-ish. Good old Jules Verne.
Yeah. With his beard.
Dude, I really like Jules Verne. He had some cool shit, man. Like, I don't read much, but if I do, it's usually like older books like that. Like 1800 to like 1970 was like the golden era of American literature.
I really enjoy a lot of the stuff out of the 70s, actually.
Oh, yeah.
The Doors of Perception, I think that was one of them.
Actually, a really good book that recently came out is called Every Day by David Levithan. It tells the story of this entity that every day wakes up in the body of a different person.
I remember you telling me about this.
And doesn't matter, it wakes up in males and females, but it knows how old it is because it only wakes up in like people its age. So the story, it starts out he wakes up in this guy's body who's like 17, and he spends the day with the dude's girlfriend, you know, and he like falls in love with that girl. So the rest of the book is him being different people trying to find his way back to that girl. It's fucking wild.
Does he make it?
I mean, you want me to spoil it?
Yeah.
Kind of. It's one of those It's one of those, like, I mean, I will say it's kind of open-ended. You can kind of interpret the ending how you want.
Okay.
So it doesn't, like, say for sure. The way that I interpret it, no, he doesn't. I mean, I can go ahead and ruin it. The way I interpret it, the last chapter, he wakes up, I can't remember if it's a guy or a girl, but he wakes up and he just kind of comes to terms that this is his life, and he just, like, runs away in that person's body. And, like, because earlier on in the book, he finds out that it's like a government type thing that it's why it's happening, and there's a way that you can stop it. And so the way I interpret it, he runs away in that person's body to try and stop just being that person's body and just try and live a normal life after that.
That sounds wild.
It's fucking nuts, dude. Okay, so the book is like 400 pages. I read it in like a day and a half.
You were like, I can't.
Dude,
stop.
it was so fucking good. That was the last book that I read.
See, I like finding books like that.
See, like, that was the last one I read. Now, I read like biographies and autobiographies a lot, but that's like the last novel, like, fiction book that I read, and that was like 5 years ago. The last book I read was Pete Townshend's autobiography, which is really fucking good. It's called Who I Am. It's really fucking good. If you're a fan of The Who or just classic rock in general, check it out.
The Who's the shit.
It's my favorite band.
You should like that.
That's my favorite band. For those of you who did not know, a little bit of trivia, that's my favorite band. Who's your favorite band? If you had to narrow it down. Who?
Misfits.
Misfits. Yeah. I like them.
Really good. I don't know, man. Actually.
Name your top 10 bands right now. Bands or artists.
Mastodon, Misfits, Ramones, Sex Pistols, obviously. Let's see here. Cannibal Corpse, fucking Iggy Pop. Let's see, Nirvana.
Yeah, we're gonna think of a different one. I'm just kidding.
You said we're gonna think of a different one.
We're gonna do this together, buddy.
Let's see. Let's see. I want to say Eminem, but god damn it, he's on every list. Pantera for sure.
All right.
Fucking Super Joint Ritual.
Okay.
Black Flag.
That's 10.
There we go.
All right. I know my 10. That's why I wanted you to name your 10.
Go for it.
The Who, Childish Gambino, Jason Isbell and the 400 Unit, Ryan Adams, John Mayer, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Kings of Leon, surprisingly, Pearl Jam, Pink Floyd, and Chicago.
I like Pink Floyd.
And I can keep going.
Me too.
Bon Iver, Derek Webb, Frank Ocean, Steely Dan, Foo Fighters, Yes, Twin Atlantic, the Doobie Brothers, the Avett Brothers, Gentle Giant.
A lot of Tyler the Creator, Earl Sweatshirt, fucking, I'm just trying to think of everybody that I've listened to within like the past 6 years. Joey Badass, Capital Steez, John Wayne.
Noah Gunderson.
Who's that? That's a cool name.
Dude, I'll show you.
Gunderson.
Yeah, I'll show you some of his music after this. But yeah, dude, like, yeah, so every band that we just named, if you haven't listened to them, listen to them.
No FX.
Yeah, now I'm just naming people that I've been listening to recently.
Same.
Nas.
Nas is the shit. Guar. Dude, I've been listening to so much Guar lately. They have, like, some of the most underrated songs I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Guar. They're like right on the line of like hard rock, heavy metal.
Yeah.
That's what I like about them. They're like heavy metal, but really melodic.
Oh, yeah.
And you wouldn't think for people that don't know who Guar is,
Yeah.
if you look them up, you would not think that they have like melodic songs, but they really
Or
do.
any talent, honestly.
Or yeah,
Like-
they look like monsters or people dressed as monsters at a fucking like Renaissance fair. They
Yeah.
look like they're LARPing.
They do look like they're LARPing.
It doesn't look real. It's like they don't play instruments.
They got a lot. Okay, so you remember when Kathy Griffin got a lot of shit when she like did that thing to Donald Trump, the fake Donald Trump head?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
she held
yeah.
it up, she had a knife or whatever. Guar has been doing shit like that way longer than she has, and I'm pretty sure that they decapitated Donald Trump way before she did.
I think they probably did.
Like, I know that they just defamated Barack Obama's body. Like,
Yeah, I remember that.
and fucking Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, they don't care
No.
at all.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
All
Tool.
right. Tool. Yeah.
Forgot about Tool.
Tool.
How can you forget about Tool?
James Taylor.
Who's that?
You don't know who James Taylor is?
No.
Oh, I've seen fire, I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times where I could not find a friend. You haven't heard that?
No, I really haven't.
Right. Well, he was real big in the 70s.
Did he lose the weight?
A little bit.
Stupid.
We're gonna end on that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Did he lose the weight?
It was-
Oh my god. Alright. Well, thanks for hanging out, guys. And hopefully the cicadas aren't too loud this time. There were a couple times where they stopped completely, so that's cool. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, and show your mother.
Coexist.
Bringing that back from season 1. Show your mother.
Coexist.
Coexist, everybody.
Show your mother.
Coexist.
Show your mother.
Do the peace sign.
Show your mother this.
Coexist.
Gotta really get in there.